There were two builds that worked really well on this Triumph, and we had two people on each build. The first is your Champion Killer and Shield Breaker. This build can stun any champion type and break any shield type, so you don't have to worry about who's on what champions and elements. Arbalest takes care of the barriers and shields, your choice of bow for overloads, and a linear fusion for the Unstoppables, since Arbalest having intrinsic anti-barrier means it can't stun Unstoppables even with the seasonal mod. But that intrinsic does also mean that you can make this triple champion setup work without having Artifice Armor from Master Grasp of Avarice. Protective Light is super nice to have, and this is one of those runs where I'd take Shield Break Charge over Fire and Ice with Elemental Charge, but if you have room for all of them, go for it. Definitely have Particle Deconstruction, and if someone is running Stasis, Focusing Lens as well. I opted to double function as a healer on this with Well, and keeping in mind that every encounter is going to cover a large area, I went with Boots of the Assembler so that my team could do their own thing while still getting healed. The second build is Primary Bow or Auto Rifle with Vex and a Linear Fusion. This setup functions as an ad clearer and a primer. What I mean by primer is, with Vex you'll put a few shots into champions between clearing ads, and this will have them already at 5 stacks of particle deconstruction so that the linear fusions are doing that full 40% extra damage with every shot. With this as your ad clear, it goes best with a subclass that has the same purpose. Something like Stasis Hunter or Chaos Reach would be great. These builds complement each other really well. The Arbalests are taking out the powerful enemies and shields so that they don't kill the Vex enjoyers while they take out all the red bars, enabling the linear fusions the freedom to focus the powerful enemies to begin with. A full Dares guide is a whole other thing, but there's several things you can do in here to aid you in your success regardless of enemy variants. The first is, keep in mind that there's a rally point in every section, so feel free to gravitate towards using your special and heavy ammo. Also, with linear fusions, all shots penetrate, so you're free to ignore the positioning of your teammates when you're firing at something. But more importantly, on the topic of ammo usage, there are ways to all but guarantee you have unlimited heavy ammo for the rest of the run after the first section with Starhorse's favor. On this first obstacle course part, I have friends that seem to get it every time just by walking backwards through the launcher. You'll see Sarge do it here in front of me, but I've had mixed results with this strategy, so the normal way to guarantee it is to go when one of the rotating half spheres lines up with the stationary one on the right side. Lots of factors contribute to this subconscious feeling of needing to rush through the obstacle course as fast as possible. Resist them and take your time. Getting Starhorse's favor at the end of the second encounter is much more straightforward. It asks you to guess which faction is going to appear, but the game tells you which boss is in rotation before you launch. Valis is Cabal, Crota is Hive, Zydron is Vex. So there's literally no excuse whatsoever for you to go into the boss without Starhorse's fate. Okay, maybe if a teammate was scavenging for heavy ammo because they didn't know what Starhorse's favor does, if it's as much our fault for not telling him as it is his for not asking, perhaps he gets a free pass. If you want to be a troll, definitely space out on the fact that you aren't running a sword for once and drop your well right on the boss. How can you go wrong with flinch so strong you'll miss half your shots and light so bright it's like you're being tailgated by a lifted truck? When GM became available this season, I quickly arrived at a point of, whose dick do I have to suck to get a threaded needle with auto-loading holster and Vorpal? But when you have unlimited heavy, rolls that increase your magazine size are definitely the play. Things like Clown Cartridge, Triple Tap, and Appended Mag. If you're unwell, do your best to keep in mind that your grenade is often best used as a defensive option. A teammate had called out that they were almost dead here. There's going to be a lot of flinch happening as you're getting shot from every direction. It's intense and will probably have you feeling pressured. Don't let the anxiety eat you alive and surely you'll find success. Good luck in there and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content.